Glossary. Abhidharma, philosophical analysis, specifically a collection of treatises that attempt systematic analysis and explanation of the Buddhist teaching. Amitabha, the name of a transcendent Buddha who dwells in a Buddha land called the Pure Land or the Western Paradise, the principal Buddha and object of worship in the Pure Land schools of Mahayana Buddhism. Arhat, a saint who has completely eradicated the passions and attained liberation from the cycle of birth and death, or samsara, the highest stage of spiritual attainment in the Hinayana. Avalokiteshvara, a great bodhisattva who represents great compassion. Bodhisattva, or enlightenment being, the spiritual ideal of the Mahayana, a selfless being with universal compassion who sees the universal emptiness of all phenomena or dharmas and has generated the profound aspiration to achieve enlightenment in order to benefit sentient beings. In the course of their spiritual careers, bodhisattvas engage in the practice of the perfections, or paramarthas, and attain stages of increasingly higher levels of spiritual accomplishment. Buddha Land, a cosmic world or realm in which a particular Buddha dwells. Buddha nature, the basic enlightened nature of sentient beings which is chronically obscured by their ignorance. The complete unfolding of the Buddha nature is enlightenment itself. Cessation and clear observation, or samatha and vipassana, the two traditional phases of meditative concentration, consisting of calming the mind and stilling discursive thoughts, or cessation, in order to prepare a stable base for meditative insight or clear observation into the nature of reality. Concentration, or samadhi, any of various states of meditative absorption, each characterized by different qualities. Emptiness, or sunyata, the absence of permanent essence in things. All phenomena are devoid of independent, permanent existence, or self-nature, or svabhava, and instead exist only in dependence on a complex web of causes and conditions, and go on existing only as long as those causes and conditions prevail. The doctrine of emptiness is the central teaching of Mahayana Buddhism. Hinayana, or lesser vehicle, a generic term applied by Mahayanists to the teachings and practices of early Buddhism which emphasized individual salvation. Karma, literally action, any mental, verbal, or physical act which leads to rebirth in samsara, according to whether it is morally good, evil, or neutral. Madhyamika, Nagarjuna's philosophy of the middle way, explaining emptiness. Mahayana, or great vehicle, a form of Buddhism that developed in India around 100 BCE, and which exalts as its religious ideal bodhisattvas, great beings who aspire to enlightenment in order to help liberate all sentient beings. Manjushri, a great bodhisattva who exemplifies transcendent wisdom. Mind only, or Vijnapati Matrata, the central teaching of the Yogacara school of Buddhism, which indicates that we mistakenly take mental constructions, or Vijnapati, as presenting realities external to the consciousness or Vijnana, in which they appear, yet they are only mental constructs and not ultimate truth. Nagarjuna, 2nd to 3rd century BCE, the principal philosopher of the Mahayana teaching of emptiness. Paramarthas, qualities to be perfected by bodhisattvas on their way to complete enlightenment. 1. Charity, or dana. 2. Observance of precepts, or sila. 3. Patience, or kshanti. 4. Zeal, or virya. 5. Meditation, or dhyana. And 6. Wisdom, or prajna. Permeation, or vasana, the influence of karmic imprints upon consciousness. Prajnaparamita, or perfection of wisdom, the name of a body of Mahayana scriptures that emphasize the doctrine of emptiness and which served as the fundamental texts for a number of important Buddhist schools, including Yogacara and Chan and Zen. Pratyeka Buddha, a sage who attains enlightenment by directly observing the dependent co-arising of phenomena without the guidance of a teacher, and who intends neither to guide others nor to expound the teaching to others. One of the two kinds of Hinayana sages. Sense perceptions. The perceptions that accompany contact between the five sense organs of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body with their respective objects, resulting in sight, hearing, olfactory perception, taste, and touch. Stage, or bhumi. Various stages or levels of practice and attainment undertaken by bodhisattvas on their way to complete enlightenment. Storehouse Consciousness, or alaya vijnana. The latent, seminal consciousness that supports karmically defiled awareness, the storehouse of all the imprints of mental defilements that generate delusion. Suchness, or tathata, the state of things as they really are, ultimate truth, ultimate reality. Tathagata, an epithet for the Buddha. It means, quote, one who has gone to, or gata, and come from, or agata, the truth of suchness, or tatha, close quote. That is, quote, one who embodies the truth of suchness, or tatha, close quote. Tathagata Garbha, another name for the Buddha nature that is within all beings, conceived of as a kind of matrix where the essence of the Tathagata is retained and matured. Three bodies, or Trikaya. The three bodies of the Buddha. 1. The Dharmakaya, which is the Buddha as suchness or ultimate reality. 2. The bliss body, or Sambhogakaya, acquired by Buddhas through absolute perfection of their practice. This body can go everywhere, is omniscient, etc. And 3. The transformation body, or Nirmanakaya, whereby, out of compassion, the Buddha manifests in an infinite number of forms in order to assist sentient beings. Transmigration, or samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth to which sentient beings are subject as a result of their past actions, or karma. Triple world. 1. The world of desire, or kama dhatu. 2. The world of form, or rupa dhatu, experienced by those who have severed all desires but still experience the world as form. And 3. The world of formlessness, or arupya dhatu, experienced by those who have severed all desires and attachment to form but have still not attained enlightenment. Twofold truths. 1. Ultimate or absolute truth, the transcendent truth that is beyond conceptualization. And 2. Conventional or relative truth. Conventional, relative, or worldly truth represents a limited understanding of reality based in ordinary thinking and perception, which takes objects of the perceptions as real and independently existent. Ultimate truth is the apprehension of things as they really are, that is, empty of independent selfhood, and is synonymous with suchness and the state of enlightenment. Vasubandhu, circa 320 to 400 CE, co-founder of the Consciousness-Only School, also known as Yogacara. Yogacara, an alternate name for the Consciousness-Only School developed by the Indian masters Asanga and Vasubandhu in the 4th century CE.